Williams F1 announced that their lead driver is parting ways at the end of 2022. It seems like the team saw the car's true potential with Albon and Debris, scoring points with it as the Dutchman did that by just spending 1 hour in the car prior to the qualifying session, scoring points with it as the Dutchman did that by just spending 1 hour in the car prior to the qualifying session on the third free practice. On top of that, their driver always had this pay driver etiquette on his forehead. It's hard to improve when you know that your seat is guaranteed no matter what you do. A case very similar to the one on the Stroll. But Williams is in a different position now. With the new ownership, the team can finally have some financial independence. Apart from the driver's money, what comes next after this for Williams? Who is the obvious replacement for the Canadian? Before we move into that, let's see what Williams is. Williams Grand Prix Engineering Limited, presently racing as Williams Racing, is a British Formula One motor racing team and constructor. Sir Frank Williams and Sir Patrick Head founded it in 1978. Williams has won 9 constructors' championships and 7 drivers' championships since its founding. Over the past 4 decades, the team has positioned itself among Grand Prix wins and championship glory, and in the process, nurtured some of the best talents in the sport, both in and out of the cockpit. And following the Williams family decision to step aside after the 2020 sale of the team to Dorilton Capital, a new era has begun. But recently, there have been rumors about letting out their lead driver to let in some new drivers. This is taking over most of the headlines for the past few months. Jost took over at Williams at the end of 2022 season after the acquisition by Dorilton Capital and had arguably the most challenging job of all team principals. He was bringing a wealth of experience, with the peak of his success overseeing VW's motorsport division, dominating the World Rally Championship. He then had a brief spell with McLaren before leaving after a management reshuffle and the current CEO Zach Brown taking over. That left him with only one place to go, as Williams came knocking at his door, offering him the CEO role left vacant by Simon Roberts. With initial success in 2021, rising to 9th, there was a disappointment for Williams in 2022, falling back to 10th. The highlights came in Hungary and Belgium. In Hungary, Williams scored its first points in 2 years in a shocking result. There was a further success as they achieved a podium finish at the rain-shortened Belgium Grand Prix. Despite these highlights and a limited level of success in 2021, the failings of 2022 appear to be too much for the new owners of Williams. With Jost being shown the door and Matthew Savage, the chairman of Dorilton Capital, thanking Capital for his efforts at Williams. We would like to thank Jost and his dedication and hard work as we embarked on a significant transformation process to start the journey reviving Williams Racing. We are grateful that Jost postponed his retirement to take on this challenge, and now he will pass the reins on for the next part of his staged process, said Savage. We would also like to thank FX for his part and wish him all the best for his future as he moves on. Jost, while disappointed, thanked Williams and said he couldn't wait to see them grow. It has been a great privilege to lead Williams Racing for the last 2 seasons and to lay the foundation for the turnaround of this great team, said Capital. I look forward to watching the team as it continues on its path to future success. Both Williams drivers praised Jost for his influence on their careers. We only have 1 year working together, but in the time, you were not just a team principal, but also a good friend, wrote Albon on social media. Thank you, Jost, for your belief in me this year and all the support that came with it. Wishing you the very best in the future, Sargent wrote. Jost, thank you for having the trust and belief in me throughout my time in the academy and helping me on my path to F1. He allowed me to show my potential and race in Formula 2. He has been a great team leader, and I wish him the best in whatever the future may hold. The rumor mill is running rife with what will happen to Jost and where he will go next. With Vasseur heading to Ferrari, there does appear there is a quick return to the F1 world, waiting but having postponed his retirement to take the Williams job. The most likely outcome will be that of retirement, where he can join Ross Brawn and watch the F1 from the sofa. Technical Director FX de Maison is also leaving his post at the end of 2022. Williams would need to be looking for a team principal that can coach both roles, and there is a particular team principal that has covered both these roles before, and he goes by the name Matteo Binotto. The recently axed Ferrari man would be the ideal man to replace Jost, with the Italian bringing a wealth of experience. He has also handled the principal team role and the technical director role at Ferrari, taking them second in the title race. Rumors were speculating that he had gone to join Audi. Audi will need to conduct a race day team, which consists of 2 drivers and a team principal. And again, as the rumor day, the team could have played a significant role in reviving the careers of particular individuals. Now, one that would be awesome is if Sebastian Vettel was to overtake Williams. This would be a massive long shot, but the much-loved German would not be out of place. It could be what Williams need, as he would be a young, hungry team principal waiting to succeed. But you don't have to worry about that, as it is true that Vettel is out of the 2023 season, as he has claimed he had some other to divert his concentration to. Matteo Binotto, who recently resigned from Ferrari following a disappointing campaign, is rumored to be in talks to become the Audi boss. He would have more choices in F1, with another one, Toto Wolff, pulling out recently, hiring the former Ferrari boss. I think there was too much porcelain broken between us over the last few years that this would be possible with the other teams. I can't say. Certainly, Mattia understands Formula One inside and out, and maybe he finds a role in a team. There are many out there that could be targeted. With many people thinking that Binotto wanted to leave Ferrari, there's no doubt that he took the team from 0 to 2nd in the championship, with his only downfall being the weight of what could have been had there with fewer strategic errors. Speaking of Ferrari team principals, the long drawn-out saga of the Ferrari team's principal appear to be over, with the most recent news being that Vasseur has been spotted buying a house in Maranello, and the rumor being that he reportedly signed a pre-contract in the summer. Ferrari only had one name on their mind when Binotto resigned, and that was Fred Vasseur, with a Sauber representative saying the team was not surprised by Vasseur's move. Yes and no. If you get a call from Ferrari, you have to go. Anyone who knows the history of Ferrari, all the way back to the company's founder, Enzo, knows that team boss usually have short lives, with one exception, Jean Todt, who was at the helm there for more than 12 years. Now, we all know that Ferrari's team's principal role is a poison chalice, with Nico Rosberg saying that he would never go to Ferrari if he were looking to win a title. The former Mercedes driver doesn't believe it will get better at Ferrari soon. Rosberg thinks that Ferrari has a long way to go. He says a lot was happening inside the team and that it was incredibly difficult to fill the position, especially when he sees Toto Wolff's action at Mercedes. In his opinion, finding a great competence for Ferrari is not a big deal for them. He even wondered if Binotto was the problem. He thinks Ferrari was not up to the mark last season. Now everyone is forgetting that with Vasseur gone to Ferrari, there needs to be a replacement at Sauber. When asked if he is surprised that the Frenchman is departing Hinwil, team founder Peter Sauber told Blick newspaper, yes and no. As always, if you get an offer at Ferrari, you don't say no. On the other hand, if you know Ferrari's history, then you know that the team bosses would stay alone for a short period. As for who would become the next manager, after Vasseur gets down at Alfa Romeo, Zenner could have seen as a potential candidate. So what do you guys think of Williams' decision? Was their decision to let go of Jost a good one or not? Do let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe to our channel. To watch more of our videos, click on the links you see on your screen. We'll come back again in another video with more content. Until then, goodbye.